Kyle was just talking about, he watched the NFC Championship game the other day, and he talked about how the crowd really fueled you guys. Obviously, this year there's not going to be a crowd. It's going to be quite different. Can you just talk about mentally how you're preparing for that, and if this week is feeling any different as a result?
Um, yeah, I mean the whole year's felt a lot different, and just little things like fans waiting outside our facility, waiting to get things signed, and um, just the people screaming outside by the gate. Like those are the things that you kind of miss when you're going through this type of year. But it's just going to be that initial get going that the fans really help you with. I think once you really get into the game and start playing, you kind of become self motivated, or else you're going to not play very well. But just having the fans on third downs and just getting you going when the game starts and the national anthem, all that stuff, hearing everybody cheer. So there's nothing you could really do to prepare for it, but we'll be ready to go.
Hey, Nick, going against a mobile quarterback is always a challenge. You guys are starting week one with Kyler Murray. How are you guys better equipped to deal with that this year than you were last year?
Just because we know what we're facing. Obviously, we knew he was mobile last year, but now we know where he likes to go, where he likes to roll out, where he likes to escape. Just all little things like that. And we just have a better plan this year of how to stop him and get to those third and longs that we want to get to.
Hey Nick, when the schedule came out, did you like kind of scout out which quarterbacks you're going to be hunting all season, and what's the relationship like with Kyler since you guys went through the draft process, exchanged jerseys, and all that?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get the schedule, you kind of breeze through it, thinking about what tackles you'll be going against and what quarterbacks. But um, yeah, there's no use to get really hyped up about it then because you're gonna have to deal with somebody every week. So I just try and focus now on who I'm playing every week. Uh, and then Kyler, we went to a couple events together. We were at the draft, obviously. He's cool. Talked to him a little bit, but I wouldn't say we keep in touch very often.
Hey Nick, Kyle indicated when you first had the injury that they were concerned. There was some serious concern there. What was your level of concern, and how are you feeling now?
Very low concern, especially 2 weeks ago. Had some time, knew that I could rest up and be ready. I know the training that I do in the off season is gonna help me get through things like this, and I think I'm past it completely, and I'm excited that it happened just in time.
Hey, Nick, has your process changed at all as far as preparation, how much time you budget during the week to, learn and study your game plan as opposed to how much time you spend during the week learning and studying the opponent that you're going to be going up against? And can
Um, yeah, it's changed a little bit, just because I know what I really need to focus on now. I definitely kind of started watching film later in the week last year, and now I want to at least get a good amount of film in before this. Well, this week it was our Monday practice, but this week Wednesday. So just before Wednesday, I want to have a good plan in my head of um, what he's gonna give me, and just talk to the scout team tackle and tell him some things that he could do on Wednesday to just emulate the guy I'm going against, so that I could just get better practice and not just go through the motions against somebody who plays completely different. So it doesn't make much sense. So I talked to school and Sweet, and they just kind of try and they watch a little film on Arizona as well, and they try and just show me what I'm gonna get, and then. But yeah, I don't watch film for a crazy amount of time. It's not like I'm sitting like Fred probably is for hours and hours. I think you start to overthink things as a defensive end, and you just want to be playing fast. So I just try and find the things that I need to find.
Hey, Nick, I'm sure there are a lot of fans that don't know much about Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, who may have surprised some by, sticking on the 53-man roster. Did you notice him, kind of progressing throughout training camp? I guess and did he surprise you at all?
No, he definitely didn't surprise me. I always knew that the defensive coaches loved him, and I saw on the field why they loved him. But he was hurt last year and maybe some practice squad last year, so he didn't really get to show it. But I was not surprised at all. I know that they want to find a place for him in the defense. Obviously, it's tough with the linebackers we have right now, but no, I was not surprised, and I always had a pretty good idea that he was going to be a really good player.
Nick, do you have any specific individual goals for the season in terms of, sack total, something like that? And then is getting the snide off on Kyler part of that list?
I think my goal this year is not to think about that, so no.
Nick, you spoke of getting the guys to try to emulate your offensive tackle opponents. Do you try to get anybody to emulate Murray? Is that even possible? And with a really lower profile guy like that, do you have to think about, attacking him in a different way, tackling him differently than you would a 6'4" guy?
We have Richie. I think he's going to do some of the zone read stuff. Hasty, our new running back. And, I think Kyle said that they might come over to the scout team and give some, because Nick and CJ aren't cutting it with the speed. But, just the zone read stuff. Other than that, just try and keep your eyes on his hips.